Segment 3, Gold and Black Live. Always on a Friday, an opportunity to talk to it. He's a beacon of light over there, Peyton Stovall. He has been in the Lafayette area for pretty much his entire life. A Lafayette area legend that has taken his game over to Purdue. Of course, he spent time at Lafayette. Jeff, he was an athletic director there and mentored a lot of kids that are still having an impact. But Peyton, welcome to the show. I know this is the highlight of your media career, but we appreciate your time.
Hey, thanks, Alan. I appreciate you having me on. I'm excited to talk.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the fun things first. Not that everything you do on a daily basis isn't fun, but what a college basketball game last night. You know, you've played in high-level games in your playing career. Uh, Purdue put on a special effort last night, and it's a 7-point win over Alabama. All the accolades are there, but you know basketball more than most. It was a very, very good performance in so many factors.
Oh, yeah. I thought we played extremely well, offensively, defensively. I was excited to see guys play to their potential, right? I thought Clough came and brought what we thought he would bring to us. Having TKR out there, I mean, God, he's unbelievable. Some of the shots he makes, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then obviously with Braden, I mean, he's arguably the best point guard in the country, right? Just floor general, does an outstanding job. And I mean, you add in there Oscar and Mayor, like all those guys coming in, giving them an opportunity to take a little bit of a break. I mean, just that 5 minutes, six or 7 minutes that he's getting of a break for Braden, you could tell towards the end of the game he really had some extra legs and some more juice. So I thought we played really well, and everybody gave us great minutes.
You know, and coaches are, and Matt Painter's as good as it gets. I think we can all agree to that, and his staff. But figuring out a way, I think that one of the things that was interesting too, you look at Jacobson and Clough combining for 18 points and 16 boards. That's an All-American performance. And they didn't play 100% of the time between them, but they played a lot of it. But I thought one of the interesting things is from a spacing standpoint, my novice concerns about how TKR was going to play in that environment and coexist on the court with two big guys and still be able to be dominant like he was in the first half. Those questions were answered against the highest of high-level teams in Alabama.
Yeah, I knew it would. I knew they would. They'll figure it out. I mean, those guys have been playing for he's been here he's on his 5th year, right?
Yeah.
And we got 4-year guys, and those guys are going to figure it out. And we got the best coaching staff in the country too. So to see them in there finally, kind of figure out how to play together. It's going to take some time, and there's going to be some bumps in the road, right? It's not going to be a perfect season, but they will have a great run this year, and I'm excited to see where they can take this thing one game at a time. But boy, do they look fun to watch. They look fun to watch. So it'll be a great year.
I want to ask you about Elmer Meyer because, again, another guy that comes in and contributed big time last night in 17 minutes and hit some shots in the first half when things were a little bit wobbly at times, and it's going to be wobbly against a team as talented as Alabama. I mean, let's be honest, Alabama's a Final Four level team, and at least the team I saw, certainly in the first half last night. But what do you see in him? And one of the things that Matt Painter talked about last night is – he got his 17 minutes. He got 12 against Oakland. The guy is happy. He always wants to play more, but he's unique that he's just at the skill level he seems to just he wants to learn and become a great player. That seems evident.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching that kid play. I mean, you can tell that he wants to do the right things, and he's wanting to make sure he's working within the offense. That kid can go. Like, he can get a bucket whenever he pretty much wants to. And that's exciting to see that he can give some minutes to Braden. They can play together as well. So there's a lot of different looks that Elmer gives I think he'll – and still, he's a freshman, right? Yeah. He's still a rook. So I think there's going to be a lot of great things you see from him from day one to when we get late into March. But he gives you that extra bucket that you kind of need down the stretch, and he just can pull up on a dime. And he plays well, with a big. I like that he can come off a ball screen and find a guy, and he's not selfish. Like he'll come off and look for something for himself, but then also find other guys. So he's a great addition, great find for Coach.
Yeah. Leadership is your middle name. I don't know if it's not, but it should be. And what you did in your playing career is being captain of your team. This is an interesting dynamic with this group. And not that I know them all personally, but I do watch them. They're different personalities. I'm talking about Purdue's 3 seniors that are the returning guys, of course, Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and TKR. Talk about the leadership quotient on this team and what you see and the importance of these guys. Seem to be very unique guys. As good as they are, they seem to be pretty unselfish. But what characteristics maybe make them really stand out, and from not only from their playing ability, but what they bring from a mental level to this team?
Yeah, I mean, these 3 have won a lot of games here at Purdue. A lot of games. They're competitive is all get up. I mean, they want to win every possession, offensively and defensively. And I think Braden, he kind of leads that charge of just being a pest on defense, and then and on offense, he's always looking for guys. And then you got Fletch. Like Fletch, he doesn't care what his role is. He wants to win. Like he's like, hey, if today I'm shooting, I'm shooting. If today you need me to come off screens and shot fake, one dribble, that's what I am today for you. Or you can get to the basket. And then TKR, he just does all the garbage things that nobody else wants to do. Like he's willing to do every single thing. I love watching those guys. But I think even last night you saw like they're super vocal. I think that's what is really impressive about their leadership skills is they've earned that respect in the locker room. With their teammates and their coaching staff, that they have the ability. Like there'll be times I'm looking, like I like to watch the whole game, right? Everything about it. And there'll be times where you hardly see Coach Painter even saying anything. He's letting those guys do their thing. And who doesn't want to play for a coach like that, and a coaching staff like that? It just lets you play, be yourself out there, your authentic self, and lead, man. And that's what he's been able to do for those guys. It's exciting.
It's funny. If anybody could micromanage, it would be Matt Painter. I mean, let's be honest. He's a savant. We know that. He's got his photographic memory. He's whatever he is, but he does just the opposite. I think it's one of the most intriguing things from PJ Thompson to Sasha Stefanovich's role to Brandon Brantley's role. They just expect him to do the job. And I think that's so unique for a guy that's as up there as Matt Painter is on the scale. He just lets his guys do his job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And the coaching staff is, like you said, like there's guys in the ranks coming up, and they're just continuing to grow. You'd be nuts not to want to learn and just listen and absorb as much as you can. And those guys are, former players now becoming a great asset to the coaching staff. It's really impressive, and I know that if they continue on, there'll be some great opportunities for them down the road, I'm sure.
I got to ask you because you're not far enough removed from your playing career, and from a physical standpoint, I know you can still play. And there used to be back in the day some great noontime basketball. But I want to know: have you ever had a chance to mix it up with Braden? Have you ever played against him in just pickup?
No, yeah, I would never even think to try that. That would be a terrible idea for me. Now in my 40s, man, I would end up with my leg to the left and then arm over on the right hand side. I get to watch, and that's what I found real true love in just watching our teams, just not even just Purdue basketball, but like just going out and watching practice here at Purdue, just watching teams really get after it and learn and grow and be the best version of themselves athletically. and watch our coaches do their best out here. So, I've become an observer, and that is a lot safer than getting
Yeah.
on the floor.
I always said if you can avoid blowing out a knee or an
Yeah.
Achilles, which Braden Smith might turn you inside out, and that may happen.
Yeah, yeah. I got to go to work on Monday, Braden. So like, there's no time to be coming with crutches.
Yeah,
So
no,
yeah,
no doubt.
it
All right, your day job is an important one, obviously at
is.
Purdue, and you've been there. God, it's now, I say this every year when we talk, 6 years, but really an important role in today's world. Student athlete development, because all the talk, all the narrative nationally is transfer portal, it's rev share, it's NIL. But Purdue, I think, is somewhat uniquely positioned and wants to be, from what everything I can gather, positioned to not only from a retention standpoint, but also to have the best experience for the student athlete when they come to Purdue, in the hopes that you can keep them here. Talk about that and how that has impacted your day job and what you're trying to get done.
Yeah, nothing has changed for Purdue athletics, and the mindset and focus for our athletic department. Um, things around our has changed. Obviously, the atmosphere is different when it comes to this era of college athletics. But our primary focus is continue to be make sure that student athletes are enjoying their experience here at Purdue, and that we're preparing for life after sport. I mean, that has been one of the top priorities for Mike Lubinski, and our president, Mung Chang. Like, that's been our focus, is we want to make sure that when student athletes leave here, that they are better off than how they showed up, and that's been our job. So every single day in our position, I've got a great staff surrounded me, and they've done an outstanding job of really figuring out how student athletes want to continue to lead, how they want to impact our community, what we're doing in that space, how to really learn how to be a servant leader. I think that's the thing that kind of got lost in the NIL heavy phase of college athletics, was the community service wasn't its true natural form. And now we're getting back to, with the additional rules, to more servant leadership, impacting for the right reasons, not just in Purdue athletics, but I'm talking about college athletics in general. That focus has been heavy for us. And then just the job placement, to continue to hit that 100% placement, where that student athlete is now taking on that next step after athletics. That's been something that we have kind of hung our hats on, and we're going to continue to do. So, just making sure they're prepared, and they can take that next step has been huge for us.
Yeah, the Stovall family. I've only been around your mom and dad a few times, but I know how you were raised, and it's a pretty unique family setting, and it's a good thing for Purdue that you bring that to Purdue and what the student athlete experience. But you look at that, and one of the challenges is, and you've got, is football's probably certainly the most publicly publicized part of this, because Coach Barry Odom had to brought in so many new players. You've got guys that have been in three schools, that type of thing. How does that impact what you try to do in terms of trying to make the best experience for guys that are coming in that may have been to a school or two prior to getting to West Lafayette?
Well, it starts at the top, so the guys that, and just for the example that you gave me, like the guys that Coach Odom were bringing in, these are high class guys. Like, they have great character. They're not only competitive when it comes to their sport, but they're also competitive and understand that they're trying to be a gold medal winner and winning a job next. So that's the things that the character guys that are coming in, and gals that are coming into Purdue. Our coaches are recruiting those types of student athletes. I think our donors and our fan base know that and understand that the people that are representing their great university are going to go out and really hunt when it comes to athletics, and to being a great person in their whatever city they reside in after college. So when it comes to sitting down with student athletes, Paul Leaf, he does an outstanding job with that, and he does a lot of our just our job placement, internship, things like that. And you'll see student athletes come in here and they just want to talk about what's next for them. And that's exciting for us because we know that their focus isn't just on athletics. And they've come here to not only be competitive on the field and off the field, but to also be the best version of themselves academically, and then serve their community and find great jobs. And people want to hire Purdue student athletes because they're blue collar. We're going to work their tails off. So it makes it a little bit easier when you got coaches recruiting student athletes with that type of pedigree.
Okay, under your purview, and I don't know for sure whether it is, but the financial part of this, not the money, but the financial literacy part of this, has got to be an interesting thing because you've got, yes, there are agents in this game now. There are a lot of other things, but you can go, I mean, as we always say, what could go wrong? An 18 to 21-year-old with some money. We can relate to that. But talk about that role in terms of what you try to get done. I know there's been some things that opportunities with, I believe, with the Daniels School of Business and other things that present opportunities, because that's extremely important thing. The IRS doesn't go away.
No,
and you need to understand the role of tax and all this thing. And heck, I'm 65 years old and I still don't always understand. But talk about that and what you're trying to get done, because that is an important part of all this now that money maybe is a little bit above the table. That is an important part of this.
Yeah, and I'd say it's not every student athlete is getting what everybody thinks they may be getting. Right. So we have 550 some athletes. Not all of them are men's and women's basketball, football, and volleyball. Right. Yeah. So we have to make sure that all those student athletes are ready and prepared to financially take care of the families down the road, and not only down the road, but for some of the rev share sports, we got to make sure they're ready today. Back a year ago or 2 years ago, we had to make sure that they were ready in 4 years. Now that narrative has changed a little bit. We got to make sure that you're ready tonight. All right. So we've really put an emphasis on little things of the foundation of the financial literacy of things. Just Monday, we had Kelly Briscoe and Candace Britton from my team doing a financial literacy event where it almost felt like, we want them to have fun, because you say financial literacy, it sounds boring. But we want them to have fun and understand that, how you move in this space could really impact the longevity of how your money moves. So, they hosted an event that was kind of like the game of life. They're going to take you through everything that you're going to go through. You get a career, you got a house payment, you get married, have some children, all those examples, and then being able to take care of your money along the way. So little things like that are helping our student athletes prepare for life after. And then, we've got some great partners that are willing to go the extra mile to talk about what it means to invest, what it means to, really put your money in a safe place, and how to spend wisely. And then, like you said, Uncle Sam, when he comes knocking at the door, and you don't have enough, he's going to find a way to get some of it. So, make sure you have enough. So that those are little things that we're working with student athletes across the board on.
All right, last question, and you are the Peyton Stovall I know is an optimistic person and somebody's a can-do guy, but there's a lot. The world of college athletics is at a crossroads in a lot of ways. And what makes you optimistic that when you're 5 to 10 years from now, this will all settle in a place that works for the entire system? When you put your head on the pillow, what makes you optimistic that this can happen?
Yeah, so I've been in this business and I love college athletics, and I'm a God-fearing man, so I pray for this industry as much as possible. But I think the great leadership that we have from the top, with Mike, and then our 2 deputy ADs and Ken Halpin and Tiffany Grimes. It is a strong leadership group that I'm super proud of here at Purdue. And that's really, I mean, I hope that college athletics will evolve into something that is beneficial for all parties and everybody involved. Right now, my biggest focus is making sure Purdue is the best
Yeah.
Purdue, you know, and we have to move in the ways that are going to make us strong for long term. And I think that's where Mike is setting us up, and our deputy ADs are setting us up for that long term success. So that way, after everybody is gone, you know, we're finished working here. That this next generation can just step in and then take it to the next level. So you know, a good prayer, man, and then just trusting the leadership of our athletic department, I think, is going to be great for us down the road.
All right, well said. Well, I
Yeah,
wish you a good rest of your Friday. A lot going on in the world of college, Purdue athletics too. With volleyball is doing some big things. Big game for Purdue football this weekend
yes,
out of Washington, and Coach Matt Painter's team will make its return home on Sunday night, right?
yeah.
As well, that will be fun to watch too. Peyton, always a privilege to have spend a little time with you, and you always enlighten us with some good stuff and some positive energy, which we always want. So thanks so
Hey,
much.
hey, I appreciate it. And the last thing, if I got a second here,
Yeah, you do.
I do oversee our men's and women's tennis teams, and
Oh
I
yeah.
will tell you that our men's tennis team is playing in the NCAA's next week, and we got a doubles team that's going to play there. Two juniors and a sophomore under uh, uh, Jeff Young, our head coach, and first time that we've had a doubles team from the men's side since 2000, I think one. So
Yeah, that's right.
we're moving in the right direction across the board. Just continue to support these Boilermakers.
All right, well said. And again, there is a lot more to this operation than Purdue football and men's basketball. There's a lot of, like you said, 550 folks that you have a responsibility for, and take that seriously. Hey, thanks so much. Well said, and have a great rest of your Friday and weekend, and best to you and your family.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Alan. Always great to see you.
All right, man. All right, I want to thank Peyton Stovall and our guest today. Really good show today. Rob Hummel joined us for segment 2, and of course Tom Dienhart talking Purdue, Washington football. Thank our good folks at WLFI, TJ, Chris, Steve, Cody on down the line. We're grateful for them, and it's always fun to put this together. Now, we will not have a show for the next couple of weeks. No football game next week. We will be back on December the 5th with our next Golden Black Live. And we also are grateful for our sponsors, Triple X on the Hill, but on the level of Purdue tradition since 1929. And of course, State Farm agent Trent Johnson at trentismyagent.com. Have a great rest of your weekend. We won't see you before Thanksgiving, but best have a great Thanksgiving for you and yours, and we will see you in that first week of December as we have our next edition of Golden Black Live.